shows because obviously I did one in the morning. I'm doing one more. Basically, the question here right now is regarding the SEC and who could have kind of told them. Put it this way, if you want my opinion, every cryptocurrency project out there, regardless whether it's a coin or exchange or some sort of a institutions, all of them together, they all need regulation. So obviously, if they're not friendly, they're going to get shafted. So is it a question of one person? I don't think so. I think it's a lot more people, a lot more institutions involved in this particular subject. But more than that, Gary Gensler, yeah, he's not stupid, right? You know, I thought, you know, he's not that clever. Yes, I did say that. But at the same time, he's not that stupid either. It doesn't take a genius to figure out where all the mining is happening or where all the block confirmations are happening, which servers they're being used, right? So that's what he figured out. And of course, he had help, confirmations from other people. And the thing is here, it's all about where is it based, right? Remember, most of the stuff that US does, like, oh, US citizens can't participate in this, US citizens can't do this, they just go along making laws, right? And other countries as well, they're all doing the same thing. It's like, oh, you know, you belong to this country, you can't do this, or we what is it called? Prohibit you from doing this, right? So it's always these kind of stupid thing where, you know, they are having total control over everything. So your livelihood, your assets, your banks. I mean, I've talked about this so many times, how the UK banks will not allow you to buy with a debit or a credit card on many crypto exchanges. However, there's a few that you can, right? So many you can't buy. Now I've recently noticed there are also bank transfers being blocked, right? All in the name of protecting you. But your money in the bank is not protected. The banks are not protected, right? They could go down any day. So if they go down under, what happens to you? They can, you know, if they want to prevent a bank run, they might say, well, you can only withdraw 50 quid a day. What are you going to do about that? So put it this way, there's a lot of control going on. It's do as I say, not as I do. That's my opinion, at least, right? Institution, banks, you know, lawmakers, SEC, whatever, doesn't matter whether it's USA, whether it's in UK, they all want the same thing. It's profit, right? So to make the maximum amount of profit, they will obviously have their own vested interest, and they will only pick something that they favor the most. And everything else becomes a target. So when we talk about targets, I'll give you a good example. One of the target right now is the altcoins that are listed on Ethereum, right? Or have been developed using Ethereum's ERC20, because of course, ultimately the network they're using for all confirmations is Ethereum. You know, on a bigger picture, that includes Ethereum itself. So anything that's being done with Ethereum, well, get ready, because there's going to be chaos. They're taking total control. And the reason they could do this, and I've mentioned this so many times, if you know who the founder is, right? If you know who the founder is of a particular project or an institution, then they know where to get you, right? A project like Monero, they don't know who the founder was, but that's about it. So what are they going to do? Absolutely nothing. You've got what's it called, Bitcoin. They don't know who the founder is, they don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is, but then I have a complete different conspiracy theory based on that, and I think there are some people who actually know who it is, and it's not a simple 1 year or a decade old project that was built by somebody by the name of Satoshi Nakamoto. I think that was the account name, but it's a collaborative effort, and it's been, I mean, Bitcoin was in the making, I would say, for more than a couple of decades, if not 30, 40 years. Now that's crazy for you guys to hear this from me saying, well, hold on, Bitcoin was under development for over 30, 40 years. And I believe that's true, right? That's just my opinion. But at some stage, you'll see what I mean, right? For now, they figured out how to control it. And it's very simple. You know the founder, you go and control it, full stop, right? Then you've got the access to the entire project. So projects like Ethereum, or most of the ERC20. So let's talk about Ethereum first. Projects like Ethereum or other alternative blockchains, my advice is stay as anonymous as you can. All right, you don't need to be the famous founder. Don't do the ICOs. Don't go around selling your tokens, because these are mistakes you're constantly doing. I understand you want to raise funds, right? Everybody wants to raise funds, right? I want to raise funds. You want to raise funds. We need to raise funds so we can buy more BTC, of course, right? But those are the projects. My advice to those projects is stay anonymous. If not, then yeah, launch it. Then renounce your foundership. Renounce your foundership. Renounce all of your tokens. Right? Then guess what? Nobody can touch you because you don't have anything to do with it. That's the way forward, because that's what they're doing. They've realized by using legal means, any legal entity, they can go and get you. Right? And I don't know if you notice exchanges. I mean, you probably won't, but if you're listing on an exchange asks you, they want evidence of legal entity. And you're like, hold on, I want to stay decentralized. Why the hell would I want to give you my legal entity when I've renounced myself already? But no, you got to tell us who you are. Or unless there's massive public demand for it, then yeah, they do make an exception and they'll take it. But it's so crazy. I mean, how the law has been going around, the laws being modified, that's the key here, right? How the laws being modified, so you know, you are kind of prevented from doing certain things or prevented from investing into certain things. They talk about you losing your money, or they talk about protecting you from making bad investment decisions. But what they don't realize is when a cryptocurrency collapses, people will lose billions, and they are doing this on purpose. Believe me, whatever coin they will pick, they will short the market way before that. So when you lose billions, they will be making billions from you, right? So that's what they're doing. So, you know, I'm just playing the cautious game right now, because I know that they just want to crash everything. Because, what was it? Who was it? I don't know if you remember, there's a story about, what's it called? I think it's JP Morgan. If not JP Morgan, then it's one of the other families, like one of the 5 families. I can't remember the name. But there was this massive crash back in the 1920s, right? And the person actually dumped it, and then he bought the bottom, right? So I think right now we are going to see a massive collapse in the market. Everything's got to go. Everything's got to drown, right? Once everything is done, and it's hit the rock bottom, right? That's when they will be basically picking them up and making the biggest amount of gains. Just think about it. Just think about this, right? You've got Tesla, for example. It is worth a lot of money right now, shares, right? Worth a lot of money right now. But there's a lot of people who never bought it, right? People who didn't like the idea. Oh, we don't want the thing. They didn't buy it. Remember, they're still part of the 1%. Let's call it the 1% of the global elite. They're not the 1% in my opinion. There's a whole different 1% out there, but I'll call them the 1% for now, right? The 1% richest elite. They all compete with amongst themselves. So the situation is when that happens, they sometimes bet against them. They don't want to see them succeed. However, if they do end up succeeding, what do you think happens? Well, now they've got a problem, because these companies have succeeded and they missed the boat. So what's the best thing to do? Do whatever you need to worth of debt, right? So that's all got to be reset. Once that's reset, you will see how excuse me. Once that's reset, you will see how the global elite basically start pumping it. BTC, Ethereum, they're all the same. A lot of people didn't believe in Ethereum. A lot of people didn't understand Ethereum. I didn't understand Ethereum. When I did, it was too late. But the point is right now it's not too late. right? Yes, Ethereum is going to be centralized, and in fact, the ones that will survive, the coins that will survive, are going to be the ones that what do you call this? Are going to be institutionalized. The ones that are going to be regulated heavily, they are the ones that are going to survive. Put it this way, right? It's not going to be for everybody. So please do understand this. But I think there is a market for decentralized, 100% decentralized protocols. But regardless, decentralized or centralized, the only way you're going to be decentralized is if you have your own blockchain, a native blockchain, running your own cryptocurrency like Monero, then you are going to be okay. You are going to be decentralized, right? When you are going to be on something like Ethereum with thousands and thousands and thousands of smart contracts, get ready to get screwed. When you're on BTC, for example, they're going to make that excuse. They're going to say, well, look, you're using high energy XYZ, tell us where you are, this, that, whatever. And then eventually they're going to throw the same wrench inside the works and say, well, hold on, you are now mining majority in USA soil, so you will fall under USA jurisdiction. And they're going to subpoena, and they're going to send also all of these legal notices to the exchanges that also operate in the USA. All right. So I think exchanges need to come up with a completely decentralized way of doing something. I mean, do we really need centralized exchanges if this is going to be the case? Was that the reason why cryptocurrency was created? Isn't it supposed to be alternative money? Isn't it supposed to be sound money? If it's sound money, then why are we still being manipulated, or why are we still being controlled like puppets by the central governments and the centralized organizations, or the alphabet soups, right? Why? So that's all I'm going to say. I mean, just a question, isn't it? Just why? Why are we falling for the trap? For us to be truly decentralized and for us to truly have sound money, the one that works against inflation, because right now we are having massive inflation. But what happened? We're not doing anything. I'm not even looking at the charts anymore. I can tell what's going to happen. Like the other day, date 1st of October. Why? Because I know what's going to happen. All right, I've seen this over and over again. This has happened before, and this is happening right now, right? Where there's so much FUD, there's so much chaos. It's like there's no other option but to sell everything, save whatever pennies you got, get the hell out. And then guess what? We have a beginning of a bull market. Is BTC going to go down even further? I doubt it's not. I think it will. I think it will go down a little bit further before it does a reset. Whatever the case is, this is the last few days for us to do this, right? So we've got approximately about 1.5 weeks to do whatever we're going to. It's all over. It's all over. Game's over, right? We are now in a new game. We are now going to start moving up. Is it going to be straight up? Absolutely not. We're going to go up and down, but we are going to go up. That's what's going to happen from October. How long would it take? 2-3 months before you even get a signal to say we have gone up. But that's 3 months late. If you understand the market right now, then you're in it right now at the perfect entry. When you do this after confirmation in 3 months' time, you're already 3 months late, my friend. You're already 3 months late. Wait for the next bus. So that's what's happening. Sorry, I'm on the motorway, by the way, guys. So yeah, if you're hearing noise and this and that, please do excuse me. And I am recording this using the live stream method, which is actually a lot better. I don't know why. When I turn the cameras on and try and record something for 15 minutes or something, 20 minutes, whatever, it doesn't work. For some reason, the cameras die out. However, when I'm streaming this, so stupid, the cameras don't die out. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's a software bug. Maybe Apple wants me to basically change my device and get a new one. Maybe Android wants me to do the same thing. I don't know, right? Whenever I turn the camera on, front-facing portrait camera, I don't get more than 8-9 minutes maximum, right? I don't know why it just starts heating up. It always just heated up, so wait for it. It's so stupid. Anyway, that's not what we're here for, right? So, what I was saying, look, yes, cryptocurrencies, the ones that are going to survive are going to be the regulated ones. And regulation doesn't just mean, you know, is it SEC compliant? Is it this compliant? That? No, it's not about compliance. Believe me, it's got nothing to do with compliance. It's got to do with what they can look into, what they can control, what they can peek into. That's what it's going to be. So if you're not afraid of being controlled, if you're not afraid of showing what you've got to the governments, you've got nothing to worry about. Right? People who have bad intention, bad actors in the game, or people who want to go and actually money launder. By the way, money laundering, these are excuses. These are the actual excuses these lawmakers give. Oh, cryptocurrency is being used for money laundering XYZ. Well, guess what? It's only a very small percentage, even compared to the actual money that's being money laundered, right? When you talk about fiat, the amount of fiat that is being laundered right now by institutions and also other people, it's ridiculous, right? They've been laundering money since the 2020, right? Since when they started printing money, they've been laundering money. Believe me, that's what they're doing. So, but you and I, like the taxpayers, we're the ones who are going to be paying for this, right? And of course, we've got cryptocurrency, a very small percentage, only specific coins, because remember, it's an open ledger. It's an open ledger. We can all see who's done what, right? We know where the final destination is, and we even know where the beginning was. So you don't hide from a system like that. So you don't really do money laundering. The only people that ever do nefarious stuff are the stupid ones who don't know much about cryptocurrency, all right? Or maybe who just doing it on purpose in order to manipulate the system. Maybe, I don't know, right? Anyway, so that's what I'm seeing right now. But yeah, other than that, look, if you've got nothing to be afraid of, by all means, go ahead. Who cares if they're centralized? All right. All I'm going to tell you is be careful. And this is my final message. Be careful on which altcoins you hold on to dear life. Because I'm telling you right now, altcoins built on blockchains, they have a 100% risk of going down. So be very, very, very careful you choose. As usual, way back in the days, I've mentioned this, even quietly as well, I've mentioned this a few times. Guys, I'm sticking to the blockchain coins. My safest bet, regardless what happens, even if blockchains are taken down, at least not all of them will be taken down at the same time. So blockchain coins are currently my top bets, all right? I'm not looking at altcoins, so I know a lot of the time a lot of people talk to me and like, bro, what do you think about this? Or bro, what do you think about that? Or bro, what do you think about this? This sounds like solid. Or look at this, look at that coin market cap and this and that. Don't care, because the bigger picture that I'm seeing is when shit hits the fan, the first to run, the first to exit are going to be the altcoins. They're going to be the altcoins, right? Altcoin founders and everything are going to be on the wanted list. They're going to be on the FBI wanted list, for fuck's sake. Excuse my language, but that's the truth. They're going to be on the wanted list because they're going to be called crooks, criminals, XYZ, whatever, you name it. But I don't blame them for what's about to happen. I do not blame them, right? Because I know it's coming. But blockchain founders, yeah, maybe a little fine here and there. But other than that, blockchain founders are going to be fine. So my bets are on the blockchains, blockchain native coins, Ethereum, Monero, you know. Some people like to class, what's it called, Matic. Do you know what? Yeah, you can give it a little bit, right? We call it a sub chain. So at the end of the day, yeah, sub chains as well, not a problem. As long as it's a chain, it's fine. If it's not a chain, be careful, right? If it relies on something else, be careful, you know. But yeah, other than that, guys, market's resetting right now. As I said, we've got 3 months to confirm, and then yeah, we're off to the races. So are you ready? That's the question. And of course, a lot of people during the especially in a bear cycle, right, a lot of people are very quiet because they just don't understand what's going on. In fact, I've been more busy during this cycle than ever before. If you look at my video from this morning, you'll notice I didn't have a shave. I had a different shirt on, right? Other than that, I'm wearing the same thing. But that's because I woke up early in the morning, I went out, I did some work, I went home, had a shower, and right now I'm going to do some more work. Why? Because I need to get as much money as possible, right? So I can buy more crypto. So I am actually, during the bear cycles, I am the most busiest, right? And then during a bull cycle, I relax, if that makes any sense, right? Because now I've already plugged my funds in where I need to. Once I've plugged it, I don't need to worry anymore. Does that make sense? So I'm going to stay off my altcoins a little bit longer. And I am going to only stick to the blockchain coins right now. So please do understand, blockchain coins, no issues. So any blockchain coins, absolutely fine. This is not a financial advice, obviously. But altcoins built on those blockchains, I'm going to be very cautious and I'm going to stay off them right now, as I said, right? But other than that, guys, listen, this video's been bloody hell 21 minutes. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on another one very soon. And yeah, I'll see you on another one very soon. Other than that, adios my amigos. I hope this kind of answers all your questions and even gives you some conspiracy stuff to think about. But it is what it is, right? Anyway, let's not talk anymore, because I can go on forever. Adios my amigos.